Helo blwyddyn 11, dyma cyflwyniad i'r cwrs lefel A AS A2 bioleg. Here's the introduction to the A-level and AS biology course. Okay, athrawon sy'n dysgu'r cwrs, fi'n dysgu fe a hefyd fi'n pennaeth yr adran, a mae Mr Thomas Jones yn dysgu a mae hwnna draws blwyddyn 12 a 13. Mae gwersi, mae 10 gwers mewn pythefnos. Mae hwnna'n cael ei rannu rhwngddo'r 2 athrawon fel cwrsiau arall. Mae hefyd mae sesiynau adolygu amser cino yn arbennig am y plant sy'n ail sefyll falle o flwyddyn 12 i 13 a nid rhywbeth wersi ychwanegol i helpu nhw, plus mae rai sesiynau ymarferol o'r ysgol. So there are 10 lessons in a fortnight and we run extra lessons for pupils in year 12 in year 13 who are resitting the year 12 units. So we usually do lunchtime lessons for them, but we also run lessons after school, especially as we near the practical exam, because a lot of the practicals don't fit into one lesson, so we stay after school sometimes to do those sessions. Rai o'r pethau ni'n trafod, wrth gwrs mae passion mawr gyda fi am planhigion ac anifeiliad, a dyma rai o'r pethau ni'n edrych yno. So bioamrywiaeth yw'r peth cyntaf, os ni'n edrych ar yr ochr chwith fan hyn, mae blodyn bach o'r enw Craith i nos, okay? One night scar ni'n gael fe. So this flower on the left hand side here is called a selfie in English, but Craith i nos in Welsh, and part of our course involves looking at biodiversity and the importance of having a large variety of plants and animals in an ecosystem. Now, mae planhigyn hyn yn cael ei defnyddio ar gyfer meddygyniaeth, okay? It's a medicinal plant and it's used for a huge range of conditions such as Crohn's disease, arthritis, a hefyd yn y hen dyddiau, ond nhw'n defnyddio hwn ar gyfer rywiau, cuts, a nhw'n malu fel an a rhoi mewn cut, and this thing was crushed up this flower and put onto cuts, and it used to help those cuts heal faster. What we know now is got antibacterial properties. Ar y top fe, mae llun o anifal bach, zooplankton i galw nhw, a mae'n byw yn y môr, ond chi'n gweld y dots bach gwyrdd yna fe? Mae dots bach gwyrdd yna yn microplastigau, a mae microplastigau yn gallu adeiladu yna yn y cadwyn fwyd, a wrth gwrs pwy sy'n ar top y cadwyn fwyd, neu nifer y cadwyn i fwyd, ond ni, a mae'r microplastigau, darnau bach o plastig yn adeiladu lan. Felly ni'n edrych ar yr effaith hyn hefyd ar yr amgylchedd. Okay, you can see on the top right hand side here there's a picture of a small animal, and that small animal lives in the sea, and you can see these these tiny dots all over it, and in the slide that it's on, which are microplastics. Now these microplastics build up in food chains, and of course we are the top of many food chains, and therefore they build up in us, and there are possibly health consequences related to this, and that's one thing we study, how these things affect the whole environment. Ac ar y llun ar y gwylod, chi'n gweld llun fan hyn o DNA, ni yn astudio etifeddiaeth, a sut gallwn ni reoli really y DNA yn fewn corff o pobl sy'n dioddef o glefydau genetic. Okay, ni'n galw fe golygu genynau, gene editing. On the bottom picture here, you can see this picture of these scissors cutting through a bit of DNA. And with modern technology now, there's lots and lots of fantastic work being done that is actually able to edit genes in a patient suffering from a genetic disease. And we research, we study, I should say, how genes affect the body, how they can lead to diseases, and how we can use technology to try to help people with such conditions. Okay, dyma'r cwrs, okay, so ni'n edrych arno, mae pawb sy'n neud e'n ysgol gyfyn gwyd yn neud e trwy'r gyfrwng Saesneg. Os ych chi am neud e'n y Gymraeg, mae dewis dych chi, a mae'r cwrs Gymraeg yn cael ei dysgu lan y Bryn Tawe, a mae plant Bryn Tawe sy'n am neud e'n y Saesneg yn dod lawr ato ni. Okay? So the whole course in ysgol gyfyn gwyd is taught through the medium of English. If people want to do it in Welsh, then they have the option to go up to ysgol gyfyn gwyd, and not ysgol gyfyn gwyd, ysgol Bryn Tawe. And they're able then to follow the course in Welsh, but some of the Bryn Tawe children come down to us to follow it in English with us. Okay, let's have a look at the unit. So there are 4 exams, and in those 4 exams you can see the different range of topics that are available here. So we have basic biochemistry, we look at cell structure in detail, okay, and how biochemistry works within the body. In the second unit in year 12, which again is an AS unit, we look at biodiversity and the physiology of body systems. We also within that unit, study nutrition, adaptations for gas exchange, adaptations for transport, and I've already talked about biodiversity. So there's 2 exams at the end of year 12. Then we go into year 13, and there are 2 exams, but also 2 written exams, but also then a practical exam called Unit 5, where the pupils carry out an experiment, but they also do a practical analysis exam. And we get them ready for that in these after school sessions we were talking about. Okay, so 5 uned ar draws y 2 flwyddyn, wedyn ni 2 aroliad blwyddyn 12, 2 aroliad ffurfiol ysgrifenedig yn blwyddyn 13, a wedyn 1 aroliad ymarferol gyda peth o fe yn ysgrifenedig hefyd. Okay, gofynion, wel i wneud y cwrs, mwyn i chi llwyddo, mae rhaid bod chi'n dod mewn ato ni gyda 2 gradd B yn gwyddoniaeth. Hefyd, bydd eisiau Saesneg a Maths chi gradd B. Okay? Ni yn derbyn Cymraeg, ond mae'r cwrs trwy Saesneg, a felly bydd rhaid i chi really wneud siŵr bod Saesneg chi'n digon cryf i ddarllen y cwestiynau, a hefyd mae 10% o'r marciau yn mathemategol. So mae maths yn bwysig ar gyfer cwrs hyn. A wedyn ni'n disgwyl am llwyddiant ar draws nifer o bynciau. So in order to do the course, we expect pupils to come in to us with 2 grade Bs at double science. We also need them to have a B in mathematics, because 10% of the paper are actually maths-based questions. They also need a B in English. There's a lot of reading, a lot of writing in this course. But we do accept a grade B in Welsh as well, and we expect them to have a success in a range of GCSE subjects. Okay, methodoleg ni, mwyn i chi llwyddo eto, ni'n neud llawer o pracs. Mae rai bod chi'n dysgu fel i wneud y pracs. Dim pwynt jyst ni trafod e, mae eisiau ni wneud y pracs hyn. Okay? Hefyd, chi'n cael llyfr ymarferol, a mae'r llyfr ymarferol yna yn cael ei asesu gan y cybac, okay? Does dim marc yn mynd ato fe, ond gallen nhw just popo mewn unrhyw pryd a gofyn i gwele. A mae disgwyl bod y llyfr yna o safon, okay? A ni'n cadw llyfrau yn ysgol rhag ofn nhw'n troi lan i weld y llyfrau. Hefyd mae ardal natur gyda ni, mae pwll gyda ni, mae ardal tyfu llysiau, mae coed gyda ni lawr yn waelod y iard. Mae hefyd lot o technoleg gwybodaeth, mae Chromebooks dyn ni'n adran, mae sensors pH, tymheredd, lot o pethau hyn gyda ni, polarimeters, pethau bod chi'n cael cyfle i ddefnyddio'n ymarferol. Wedyn mae nifer fawr o cyflwyniadau yn cael ei wneud, gan weithio mae pobl yn dod mewn yn llanol, pobl sydd felly wedi teithio i'r Amazon. Dwi wedi teithio hefyd, chi'n lwcus, mae fi a Mr Jones wedi cael llawer o profiadau yn teithio rownd y byd, fi wedi bod i'r Amazon cwbl o weithiau, i'r Galapagos, a felly gallwn ni trafod profiadau personol ni, dim jyst gweud beth ni wedi darllen mewn llyfr efallai, dy fe. A hefyd ni'n mynd â chi i Brifysgol Caerdydd bob blwyddyn i wneud cwrs Science in Health Live, yn gael fe, okay? So we do lot and lot of practical. I think it's really important that the children have hands-on experience instead of just reading how to do practical in a book. I think they remember it better like that. We have an outdoor nature area, we've got a pond, we have raised beds where we can grow vegetables. When we're talking about the growth in plants, photosynthesis and things like that, we also have got excellent IT facility now in our department where we have Chromebooks, enough for all the pupils to use. We also have a range of sensors like pH, temperature, we have colorimeters and lots of equipment that the kids can actually use. And I think they learn much better using this equipment rather than, again, just seeing it in a textbook. We also have people coming in from outside to talk to the pupils, people who've maybe travelled and had experiences or worked in scientific units where they've been working with maybe cancer treatment or something like that, okay? I myself and Mr Jones have travelled a lot, so I've been to the Amazon several times, the Galapagos, Asia, so we can bring our life experience into the lessons instead of just, I suppose, talking about things we've read about. We've been there, we've seen lots of things, which I think inspires the children then to learn more. We also go to university. We go to Cardiff University every year to follow a course called Science in Health Live, and the children really enjoy that. They get a chance to go into the labs and they get a chance to do, again, practicals with equipment perhaps that we wouldn't have in school, but they get a chance to do it there and see what opportunities are available to them in university. Okay, every pupil will have teacher's notes. We prepare sets of books and we follow the teacher's guide given to us by the exam board. We also give them a set of past papers for every unit. They have a test at the end of every unit, which is marked formally, okay? And then they have lab books, which I've already talked about. So, mwyn chi wneud y cwrs, mae set o nodiadau chi'n gael ar gyfer bob uned. Mae set o cyn papurau hefyd, a ni'n rhoi cynllun marcio chi. A hefyd mae profion ar ddiwedd bob uned, fel bod ni'n gallu checo ble chi'n cyrraedd, ydych chi'n llwyddo, sut ydyn ni'n gallu helpu chi i wneud gael y gorau o'r cwrs. Okay? Hefyd fi wedi trafod y lab book yn barod, y llyfr ymarferol, a mae hwn yn cael ei defnyddio trwy gydol y cwrs. Okay, dyma canlyniadau yr adran hyn dros y 2 flynedd diwetha. Wel, os ni'n edrych yn 2020 o dim arholiadau wrth gwrs, ond na plant ni'n dda iawn, yn debyg iawn beth ni'n gael dros y blynyddoedd diwetha, 10 flynedd diwetha. Mae plant ni'n tuedd i gael 35% A, ia, seren ish 30 i 40 ish, dy fe. Wedyn, bron pawb yn gael gradd A seren i C, okay? A pawb yn gael A seren i E. Wedyn, os ni'n mynd nôl i flwyddyn, pryd oedd arholiadau ffurfiol, mae 69 blwyddyn ardderchog, 69% wedi cael A seren i A yn yr arholiadau. Wedyn, 92 wedi cael A seren i C. A pawb eto wedi cael gradd. Okay, so if we look at the last 2 years' results, of course, last year they weren't formal exams, but our pupils got similar marks to what they have had over the last, let's say, 10 years, okay, ranging 30 to 40% A star to A, and then we're looking at nearly everybody getting above a C, okay, very few, one possibly in the year, one or two we have not having a C most years, okay, some years more, you know, we have everybody getting a C or above, but what we don't want to do is put children off, and we encourage all abilities to come through and continue into the year 13 course. Now, in year 2019, when there were formal exams, we had 69% of those pupils had an A to A star, which was outstanding. And hopefully, you know, we can get more pupils to reach those top grades. Okay, the next couple of slides then show some of the practicals that the pupils do over the course. They don't have to do these practicals. Dim rhaid I chi wneud y pracs yma, ond mae cwpl o pethau fel hyn, fel mae trawstoriad y galon, yr ysgyfaint, yr arenau, okay? They don't have to do these practicals, as I said, but they do get the opportunity to do a heart dissection, a lung dissection, and kidney dissection. They also do fish dissection and some plant dissections. On this slide, you can see we had cow's lungs one year, which were huge, but it gave the children an opportunity to see the difference in species, right? Fan hyn, mae llun o ysgyfaint o wartheg, a then enfawr, ond mae yn rhoi cyfle I plant gweld gwahaniaeth rhwng ni falle ac anifeiliaid arall. A wedyn llun arall o rai o plant o'r chweched yn ymuno mewn gyda wers blwyddyn 7. Yn y wers blwyddyn 7 na oedd y plant yn mynd rownd, trafod modelau o'r blwyddyn 7 wedi wneud, a wedyn helpu'r plant I ddeall sut mae rannau gwahanol yn gweithio. So they're nice to gael y cydweithiad, okay? Pupils here in the 6th form working with your 7 pupils. This is quite an old picture, but it's nice to see the pupils working together. And the 6th form explaining things to the year 7, so teaching them through what they've learnt in their own lessons. Okay, just I gorffen off then, cwpl o bethau fan hyn, le mae'n dangos I chi pa fath o cyrsiau sydd ar gael I chi yn y dyfodol, so yn amlwg meddygyniaeth, dentyddiaeth, ond mae'n agor y byd I chi really, okay? A few examples here of courses that pupils could follow. Of course, the normal sort of medicine, dentistry we think of, but there's massive, it's a world your oyster really with biology. It allows you to follow so many courses in university and leads to so many different jobs. Okay, diolch yn fawr am wrando, edrych ymlaen I weld chi dod nôl I ysgol. Hwyl pobl.